Arise, Africa. This is your sister, Afra. This is Build Visions for Africa. Arise, sons and daughters of the land. Arise, sons and daughters of the motherland. Arise to build your own vision for Africa. Mother Africa is calling. And if you hear this call and heed the call is spiritual, it's a journey, it's a process. And there are some things that you should be aware of. Africa is a developing continent full of opportunities, unveiling itself, still pure and natural in so many sense. If you are going to Africa from the West, there's structural differences in both cases. Most people are likely to experience cultural shock. However, they can adapt and assimilate. Migration or relocation in general, whether to the West or the South, is a new experience. It's different. Most people come to develop world, the Western world, well structured, and still have cultural shock because of expectations. So, relocation naturally is associated with cultural shock sometimes. An adjustment period is necessary to allow adaptation and assimilation to the local culture and to the local environment and to familiarize yourself with the terrain. Whilst the initial phase can be very stressful due to unfamiliar weather, fashion, lifestyle, attitudes, landscape, language, values, you name it. I must say that there are individual variations in the level of shock, and that depends on your expectation, your flexibility, information, travel experience, and most of all, your tolerance for ambiguity, the unknown. So I like to talk about general stages of adaptations that happens everywhere, whether it's in Africa or it's in any part of the world. A traveler, a foreigner, a new person, even within Africa, most people who are migrating go through three stages of adaptation to a new culture. Some people might skip stages, others might move faster or quicker. Some might have it less stressful. We have our individual differences and the way we process information and situations differently. There is a honeymoon stage where you're excited, full of expectations, full of your dreams and what you believe in. And there's a stage that can be called rejection when you are hit by reality on the ground and the things that you expected or did not expect and the shocks that you have seen. There is also a period of recovery when you give yourself time to adjust and adapt to the conditions. And adaptation is also a process. Each stage has its own time frame and its individual base. So it's tailor made to fit the person and the person's information and situation. But the thing is, if you stay focused, then you can focus on your goal and be successful. It's not that easy. Change is difficult. Adaptation is not easy. and one must demonstrate courage, resilience, and toughness. And that seems to be the hallmark of people of African descent. So, what do you expect to do? What should you do? I would say you have to manage your expectations, be open to change, and go with the flow. Give and take. Africa is developing, the continent is being built. Don't expect too much, but expect to give a lot. Give in terms of your time, commitment, willingness. That is, if that is what you want, but know what you really want. Learn the local ways and blend it in with what you have. Blend your new ways with the old ways and generate your own. Everyone's journey is unique. Create your own path and expectations and experiences. Relocation has a, reciprocity effect. Relocation, I say again, has a reciprocity effect. It means you give and you take. So you have knowledge of new worlds, that is new information to give for development. And you receive the local ways and it helps you to adapt to change. So there's wisdom in both ways. And what you do is that you put the best of the both worlds together to make your stay or whatever plan that you have the best for you. Western media image of Africa might have an inoculation effect. What do I mean by that? When you imagine the West, then everything becomes good. That is inoculation. Sometimes you are confronted with vaccines are sometimes part of the disease, a bit of it, or whatever it is. So having not too much of a rosy picture of Africa might even be a good thing, depending on how you process information. So look for mentors in your, in people who have successfully made the journey and be encouraged by their story and all the stories, the many stories that come with it. As you hear the drum beat, if it is your calling and you are ready to make the journey, evaluate yourself. I wish you all the best. I thank you for being on this channel. I hope this information will help you to think through and decide what is best for you. If it is your calling to move back to Africa, then Aquaba. But a good vacation will not be a bad idea. Thank you. Subscribe to the channel and share.